AIS Play ความบันเทิงระดับโลกทุกที่ทุกเวลา
ส่งต่อความมั่นใจสู้ไปด้วยกันนะครับ
To Nyong and T Nyong is the libero, the only libero in the Vietnamese lineup. China, of course, coached by Lang Ping, who's become a legendary figure in Chinese volleyball. Such an all-round game, China. We saw that at the Olympics. And there's the team list once again. With Yun, Zhu, Gong and Liu. Starting with Ding and Yan. Lin Li is their number one libero. She's got the yellow graphic next to her name. Total, 7 players from this squad were at the Olympics for China. Of course, very humid conditions outside, but the players enjoy air-conditioned comfort inside the stadium. Twice they've been bronze medalist at the Asian Games Vietnam, 7th in 2006. 5th of the last 2 Asian championships, so they're yet to really break into the top tier of Asian volleyball. Yuan Jinji, who's over 200 centimetres, tallest player in the Chinese lineup, the middle blocker. So a thorough warm-up for both teams, and very soon volleyball will commence at the 18th Asian Games. Wonderful facilities for the athletes. Very small precinct really, but it houses all the major stadia. Of course, beach volleyball played at South Sumatra. I'm sure the indoor volleyballers will be keeping a watch on their cousins in the sand, just to see what's happening on the beautiful beaches of South Sumatra. But it's all business for China, current world number ones, Olympic champions, and they have really dominated the scene as far as Asian volleyball is concerned. First ever Chinese team to be successful globally, so they really have a place in Chinese sporting history. This women's volleyball lineup. And Liu Yinyan, referee from Hong Kong, China. Jocelyn De Rosario from Philippines.
The second referee is Ms. Jocelyn Del Rosario from Philippines. Presentation of the starting players. Vietnam starting players. Number 2, Dang Thi Kim Tan. Number 3, Tran Thi Tan Thuy. Number 6, Din Thi Tran Chang. Number 10, Nguyen Lin Chi. Number 14, Din Thi Thuy. Number 16, Bui Thi Nga. And libero number 8, Nguyen Thi Kim Lien. Coach Mr. Nguyen Tuan Kie.
There's the coach of Vietnam, Nguyen.
China starting players. Number 1, Yuan Xin Yue.
Starting players.
Number 2, Zhu Ting.
Zhu Ting leading the Chinese lineup.
Number 6, Gong Xiangyu. Number 10, Liu Xiaotong. Number 16, Ding Xia.
Xinyu.
Number 17, Yan Ni. And libero number 15, Lin Li.
And the number
Coach
one libero
Ms.
is
Lang
Lin
Ping.
Li. There is Lang Ping, very strict disciplinarian for China. So it's really important Vietnam find their defensive shape against an awesome attacking lineup of China. They've got so much height, strength, speed. Very good serving team. We saw all those elements come together at the Olympic Games to great effect.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's
That's
enjoy
important
the
also.
match.
The Vietnamese approach this first match with a relaxed intensity. Just waiting for the officials to be satisfied everything's in play. There's no challenge system in place at these Asian Games, which makes it even more difficult for the officials to get it right, the two referees and also the lines people. Vietnam to serve. Lin Nguyen. And off the block. It's a point for China. Excellent spike there by Liu Xiaotong. Nearly a recovery back caught by Zhu, but the kill had enough on it. Vietnam creating the angle really well across the fingers of the two blockers. Good tactics. They're not going to beat China or be competitive by pure strength. They're going to have to play a tactical game. Excellent recovery there from the setter. Point to China. 2 touches, says the referee. A poor set and a poor dig at least by the Vietnamese that put them under pressure. So China out to a 3-1 lead. The serve with Gong Xiangyu. Well, initially under pressure with a full return of service, but they recovered really well. And once again, they create the good angle. It was Tan Tran with the kill, angled across the two blockers. Vietnam staying in touch with the Olympic champions. And that's such an easy kill. The tallest player on the court, Wang Jinyu, over 200 centimetres, rising perfectly. There's nothing that Vietnam could do about that. Flicking the fingers of the blocker. Well, they haven't been helped by a poor return of serve in the early part of the first set here, Vietnam. And that was a terrific recovery from Lin Nguyen. Well, they read that perfectly. There was an attempted tip over by Tran. And the two blockers got that perfectly right for China. 5-3, their advantage. Terrific recovery by Nguyen, the libero for Vietnam. Excellent block as well. And that is a control kill by the captain, Zhu Ting. Paid over $1 million the last season she played in Turkey, following the most valuable player performance of the Olympic Games. Solid block. Another point won by China as they get into their rhythm. 7-3 the point spread first set. Best of 5, of course, the last set going to 15. Top 4 nations in each group go through to the quarters. Just out. And Vietnam will go to their first break thinking if they'd return serve a little bit better, they'd be able to construct points a lot easier, but that hasn't been the case. Trying with the serve. And that's an easy kill, rising perfectly. Yan Ni.
The first technical timeout.
First timeout. 4-point spread to China.
要不然就是在你手中间。其实我想让他们在左手接我这边。啊，不是，你不管接不接，你注意他那个很会看手。好。因为球一短，刚刚那球那个3号拐的那球，你手也是太开了。啊，注意你的左手。好。小童啊，你在上位时候注意一下车背防守，3号有拍。行。啊，3号拍，要不然就愣打。
tham gia được phối hợp truyền quả thì nó phải xa lưới ra, bọn này cao đến bợ ngay, gõ không qua đâu, cao như thế em phải tầm nó phải cao hơn một chút nữa, hiểu không? Mà cao thì nó sẽ đỡ được vì cao như thế mà.
End of the first technical timeout.
Replay of that last point. Perfect set. Made the kill pretty easy. 8-4 to China. Not better return of serve. And there it is, an angled kill by Zhu Ting. Nothing was getting through that block. Perfectly set. Vietnam telegraphing the move and the blocking strength there of Yan Ni. 10-4 to China. First time we've seen Thi Duong, specialist spiker for Vietnam. Well, it's a poor set by Yuan the libero. Backcourt just overcooked the set, made it really difficult for Vietnam to control the point. And it was an easy kill for Zhu Ting. When they've constructed their points and kept their technique in check, the Vietnam have looked competitive, but just playing loose at times. And I'm sure that's the message from the coach. 11-4 to China.
Phải đi quả bóng ngon ấy, phải đi tốc độ lên thì người ta mới không ôm được sang, còn nếu không để người ta đứng đấy người ta ôm hẳn như thế này là coi như là xong ngay.
And she's done really well. Yan Ni Service to her has been first class. Middle blocker who can be such an attacking force as well for China. Again, pressure from a poor return of service. And the Chinese have been gifted some easy points by Vietnam's errant return of serve. Of course, the fingers of the blockers can be over the net off an attacking stroke from their opponents. And again, the angle is perfect. This time from Gong Zhuangji. Off the top of the block, and that's a lot better. Just a better quality set there for Vietnam. They pull a point back. And down the line was exposed. Going with the second kill in as many minutes. Good recovery from Vietnam. And nothing coming back from Gong, who's absolutely on fire at the moment. Getting the angled set. 15-6, China in command in the opening set. Hugh in for Vietnam. Good recovery. And that was really a scrambling point by the Vietnamese. Thi Dung involved heavily in that rally. On the serve of Duong. Lining up, and it's the centre of the net that is the impenetrable area for China, who go to the break with a 16-7 advantage.
Người ta chạy, người ta đánh vào cái vạch đang thêm đè cái đường chéo quả lao ấy, thì cái người thủ công phải chắn lệch người ra. Các em có đã hiểu chưa? Ví dụ như chị Chi đây thì phải chắn ở chỗ này thì nó mới bắt được cái góc đấy. Tay người ta dài như thế, người ta bật như thế cơ mà, có đúng không? Còn người chủ công cũng thế thôi, bọn em đua ra là bọn em mất tầm ngay. Tất nhiên là khó, ai chả biết. Mình hạn chế được bao nhiêu mình hạn chế thôi.
Vietnam trying to steel themselves as to the task ahead. China had such an amazing run a few years back. Beating Brazil, the host nation, in the quarterfinals. They overcame the Netherlands in the semis. And then Serbia 3-1 in the final. And they serve with a 16-7 advantage. It's been a bit predictable first set for Vietnam. Have telegraphed a lot of their defensive work. Left themselves very open in the middle. Oh, that's an uncharacteristic serve from Gong. Oh, that's huge, very big indeed from Liu Xiongtong. Opposite hitter, providing the angle and the strength. And a service ace as well. That's how to make an impact in the first set. Really good technique on the jump serve. Getting a lot of dip on the serve and an open court it found for another point to China.
Bọn em đã biết rằng là người ta đánh rất cao và rất nhanh mà bọn em vẫn người bọn em cứ lang thang như này, bọn em phải có tinh thần trẻ, bọn em phải dám đánh phòng thủ những quả bóng, bọn em thấp người xuống, hôm nay nó chạm ngày mai nó sẽ đỡ được, chứ bọn em đứng như thế nó đánh giật như thế trông nó buồn cười lắm, bọn em hiểu không nhá, cố gắng phòng thủ lên, cố gắng, người ta chắn biết rằng là với cao thì hàng sau mình phải dồn lên phòng thủ.
Technical timeouts, of course, when team reaches 8 and 16 points respectively. Linesman right on the ball. That service ace. This time a little less pace. Solid block there by the Chinese. Now they have to recover to Yuan. They cover superbly. They get to 20 points with ease, 28. First set score. And she's got probably the best serve in the Chinese lineup, Liu Xiaotong. Substitution made. Thi Dinh, who's an attacking player on for Vietnam. Point to China. Suspicion of touch of the blockers, but no review system. Remember, they can review 7 areas if they've got the video review system in place, but it's not the case at the Asian Games. Zhu Ting with a big hit, repelled by Vietnam. Well, they were playing catch-up in that rally. China well on top and creeping closer to the opening set. Off the top of the block, point to Vietnam. And when they can play quickly and with precision, they can look dangerous, there's no doubt. They're just not doing it consistently enough. And that's as easy as you like from probably the best player in world volleyball, in the women's game at least, Zhu Ting. Again, they play with speed. And they execute perfectly. Thi Bu on the end of that to sweep move by Vietnam as they get to 10 points. But it is a set point for China. And it sails out. This time there's no coming back.
The first set to China, score 25-11.
25-11, so China have the advantage as the teams change ends. And settling that for China with Ding Xi. They had a number of very good contributors in that first set.
Pisat! ผมไม่เชื่อเรื่องผีมันเป็นการแสดงไสยศาสตร์รู้สึกอะไรไหมครับค่ะเกิดอะไรขึ้นอยากรู้มันพิสูจน์ไม่ได้แต่เรารู้ว่าจริง
ฝีมือหนูไม่ใช่เด็กเลย
ดีใจแทนคนอีสาน
ความรักของเขาเกิดขึ้นได้เพราะม้วนคาสเซ็ตม้วนเดียวเทปที่เอามาแกะฟังเพลงมันยืดไปร้านซ่อมไปเจอตอนนั้นชอบเขาไหม
เฉยๆ
คุณลุงครับพอเขามาเอาเทปให้ทำเทปนี่คิดตังค์เขาไหมตอนนั้น
ไม่ได้คิดครับ
ทำไมไม่คิดตังค์ครับ
นึกชอบเขาครับ
นึกชอบเขา
ความรักจะลงเอยอย่างไรจันนี้ห้ามพลาด
พบกับแบบฝึกหัดการเต้นสุดพิสดารกับไอคอนเท้าไฟไอซ์รันยูใน Victory BNK48 อังคารที่ 21 สิงหาคมนี้ 3:15 นาที
เอาแบบแรงมากขึ้นนะครับ
ทางช่อง Workpoint คนอวดผีพุธนี้พบกับเรื่องราวของผู้หญิงคนหนึ่งที่เชื่อว่าแม่ของเธอถูกวิญญาณผี
They strung a couple of points together and they just lost their technique, especially on the return of serve. They got good precision out wide in attacking areas, but defensively they were all over the place and gifted China some easy points. Xu Ting was at her best. One also prominent, as was Yan Ni. And just overall, it was a more consistent China with bigger attacking weapons, less defensive error, and a very strong blocking shape at the net. We saw some very good serving by Liu Xiaotong, and it's the captain Xu Ting to start the second set. Oh, from deep in court, and it's landed in, well timed and beautifully executed by the Chinese superstar. It's not an easy attacking stroke to put away. 7 out of 10 spikes made. Huge blocking there. Yan Ni, nothing was getting past her at the net. Vietnam trying to play with speed. Nyong with an excellent dig, the libero. The opposite number reacting well. Vietnam scrambling to stay in the point. And could not recover the situation. 3-love scoreline to China to start the second set. Yan Ni with a quick kill. Of course, the backcourt players apart from the libero, cannot start their attacking stroke in front or on the middle line. One of the areas the officials will be looking at. And not a difficult, not an easy put away, I should say, by Dang. She's negotiated that well to get Vietnam on the board in the second set. The easiest of kills there from Yan Ni. Point to Vietnam. Good shape on the attacking stroke on Thi Truan. Thu Tan with the serve. One that's errant, sails out. Point gifted to China, 6-2 their advantage. Have to build some consistency here. Got an advantage of the serve through Dung. Point to China. Strong kill there from Liu Xiaotong. And technical timeout at 8-3.
这老从我们中间窜要不然手劲不好，要不然就是曲背开给拉了，直线直接放了，往里加一点，曲背过往他弄半天抽半天，是不是？我们老早就下来了，然后呢从这边走，那这一条线。
Còn em đánh như thế hội này nó cao, chắn bù rất nhanh. Em nói đứng giờ này có chắn, người ta không có chắn phụ công bằng cách bật mà người ta cao thế, người ta chỉ có phụ công mình đánh họ chỉ có giơ tay, họ không nhảy đâu, em nhìn được em, họ không có nhảy, nấc hai họ mới nhảy, thế nên phụ công vào nhanh lên và em đánh phải rời ra, có hiểu không? Truyền như thế là phí nó không bỏ nó về nhanh, có đứa nào chắn đâu, nhá. Cao 2 mét nó không cần phải chắn phụ công, nó không cần.
And of the first technical timeout.
A good decoy by Vietnam. Front court. And that's better understanding. Serve back, but trailing 4-8. Zhu Ting with a huge angled kill. Perfectly set up. Beating the block. With a firm kill was Thi Dinh. The outside here with very good potency. And Zhu Ting just rose beautifully. setting game of China is just a pleasure to watch. They put it on the spot virtually every time, giving their attacking players the ability to get into position and swing the arms freely. As opposed to that point where Vietnam once again put themselves under pressure. Their poor build-up play, 11-5 to China. Big block. Gong Jiangyu. The opposite doing her defensive duties to give the Chinese a 12-5 advantage.
Em đánh tôi nói em nghe nó chỉ nửa qua lưới thôi. Nó chưa có một cái với tầm gì đâu. Người nào chắn cũng thế. Quả bóng mà lên tôi nói rồi nhé. Quả bóng mà lên được Thúy Linh này lùi đỡ một. Con Thúy Trần này nó đánh. Khi đánh cái kiểu thế là không quan điểm. Thúy Lê vào nhanh. Cái này anh Yên Thúy Trần này là sau. Lùi đỡ.
Another view of the Gong Jiangyu block, perfectly timed and judged. China leading 12-5, second set. Start off the resumption the way they finished, with some very strong defensive work at the net. Nothing getting through that. No angle to work with for the 17 Lee of Vietnam. You can see 6 blocks to 0. So the Chinese have dominated that area of the court. Always expected to do so. It's just their return of serve, Vietnam, and some of the setting ability that's been off. Really put themselves under unnecessary pressure, and once again they played transition well, but this time it's repelled by Vietnam. The first block of the match for them. They trail 7-13. Well, it's the first poor return of serve I can remember from China, but they recover the situation. Zhu Ting was quick to react. You see just the recovery, but the Chinese captain right on the spot sensed the open court and took advantage for a 14-7 lead. And that's a good variation by Vietnam. Thi Tran saw the hole and took advantage, just lobbing over the front court of China, and does not back up that at all well with an errant serve, a gifted point, and a 15-8 advantage to the Olympic champions. Three of 6 spikes made by Yan Ni. And that's brilliant. Too big from Gong Jiangyu. China go to the timeout in a commanding position, 16-8.
手摆的不好。
Technical time out, and we can see some of the action in the first set. Zhu Ting at a consistent best. Open court there. And again, just a poor return of serve made the set more difficult than it should have been. It has been the theme of Vietnam's time. You can see the consistency front court by Zhu Ting. 11 of 14 spikes made. Good recovery from the Vietnamese. And once again, keep themselves alive. They try to play quickly, and they do it successfully. That's a really tough point one. Showed the full array of defensive skills did the Vietnamese, and it was up to the final touch of Tan Le. Outfoxing the block. They're trailing by 7 points in the second set. Oh, that's very clever indeed from a player that's got a powerful serve, Liu Xiaotong. That showed some deft touch there, just caressing it over the two blockers. Show the variety in China's game. 17-9. They lost their bearings there, China. Point to Vietnam. They get to double figures.
Substitution by China. Number 6 out, number 11,
Yao Dion.
Number 16 out, number 8,
And Gong Jiangyu as well. So a different shape to the 6 on court for China. And Tan Dung, the expert spiker with the serve. Vietnam trailing 10-17. Well, they got the rub of the green there with Tan Tran off an errant return. Wasn't an overly difficult ball to return, but just over hit. And the tip winner for Vietnam. And they're keeping China honest. Second block of the match for Vietnam. Tan Tran once more. Getting a really good position at net and denying the tallest player in the tournament, Yuan Jinyu. Oh, very big jump serve by Liu Xiaotong. If you want to study a combination of technique and power, just have a look at her service action. This time overcooked. You give them a bit of praise and they can sometimes let you down, but a 6-point advantage to China.
Substitution by Vietnam. Number 2 out, number 20,
Hoi Nguyen on for Vietnam, as well as Thi Lu. So a setter and middle blocker on the court for the Vietnamese. And the numbers not that great for Tan Tran, who's got the serve. Oh, open court. And I've missed the opportunity there, Vietnam. And off a poor return of serve, it did open the way for the easy kill at net. It wasn't that easy because they had to angle her body to get contact. Wang Jinyu with the serve. Really good serve at that. Nguyen, the libero for Vietnam, not reacting quickly enough. They march into the 20s. 21-13, the advantage. Timeout. Second set, China in command.
Vấn đề rằng là tao sợ mày quá nên tao không thể làm được cái gì nữa nhỉ? Anh có bóng như thế mà mọi người đang đánh với cái độ hưng phấn mà mọi người đánh được như thế là tốt rồi. Nó tự nhiên nó có mỗi một cái chỗ em nó bị lệch nhịp. Anh ở dưới thế cứ một lệch nhịp con bọn em tấn công thế ok làm gì đâu. Ai đòi hỏi gì đâu. Em nó cho bọn em nó còn không trắng cho bọn em nó đánh ra ngoài đây là do mình chứ do ai?
And that's the first service error I can remember for China. Wang Jinyu substituted off. Also move for Vietnam with Tan Tu Lee coming on. Well, they tried to play quickly, but without precision, and that was the problem. Vietnamese are not possessing a big jump server either, which makes it difficult to get those free points. China edge towards the second set. Zheng Chunlei, the opposite with the serve. Left-handed kill there by Zhen. She provides that difference, being the lefty, along with Li Yingying, two left-handers in the Chinese lineup. Double hit picked up by the referee. Point to China, and a set point. A host of them. Floating out, well judged by the Vietnamese backcourt. Oh, they recovered that really well. It wasn't the greatest of returns of serve, but the set was in the wheelhouse for China. Second set taken, and it's very, very comfortable indeed for the world number ones, China. The Olympic champions march ahead, 2 sets to love over Vietnam. (25-11, 25-15). Well, the numbers don't lie. You can see the conversion rate, 13 of 19 spikes made, and a low number by comparison for Vietnam. Pretty even on the blocks. The Vietnamese did improve that number in the second set. A couple of aces for China. 4 service faults for the Chinese as well. Some of the highlights of the second set. Again, Vietnam had moments where they really did threaten certainly a lot better shape from their middle blockers. Zhu Ting was prominent as she was in the first set. You can see the height and strength of the Chinese middle court. Vietnam have got a lot more purchase when they've got angle and they've played with precision out wide. When they play predictably through the setter, it's been really difficult for them to break China down. There was a moment of success for Vietnam. And that's an area where the return of serve was not great, but it was the speed and skill of Zhu Ting that won the point, carrying China to the second set. The best of 5, of course, but a 2-set-to-love advantage is a huge lead for China and a big mountain to overcome for Vietnam. They start the third set the way they finished the second. And the number 10 combining an opening point spike with then great touch. Liu Xiaotong showing the full array of her skills. Front court. And that's a lot better. Excellent work there by Kim Tun-dung. Just rolling it over the front court of China. Just holding the contact to the last possible moment. Only 3 nations have won gold at the Asian Games. China have 8 titles. Japan won the first 5, 3 times runner-up since. They won in Jakarta in '62 and then Bangkok twice, Tehran in '74 and 1978 in Bangkok. And the only other champion has been South Korea or the Korea Republic, 1994 in Hiroshima and 2014 in Incheon, beating China in the final. So the Korea Republic, the defending champions, but China will be the overwhelming favourite to win the title back. It's the first sign we've seen of Hu Ming-yuan, middle blocker, coming on for the third set. You won't miss her, she's got the short haircut. China with a 5-1 lead, third set. Just not judging the serve all that well was Thi Dinh.
Time out by Vietnam.
Ngay từ cái đoạn đầu ta nói rồi, cái vấn đề là thoải mái chứ không phải là buông. Phạm ơi, cái tinh thần mẹ nhìn thấy nó một cái từ lúc chị đánh tôi đã biết cái lỏng kẹt ra giờ làm sao được. Bây giờ cố gắng ghim của bóng lại. Bây giờ cái đội này hay các bạn đưa này vào là nó mới khác, mới còn khó hơn rồi. Và em hiểu nó sự bị của nó phải nó còn hơn mình nhiều. Nó nghĩ rằng cái lợi nó đánh của nó.
Thi Kim Gion, the libero of Vietnam. You saw Tuan Nun, the coach, quite animated at the break. trying to make his point. I'm sure the message is about consistency. Point to China. Net touched by the Vietnamese and a 7-1 advantage. And that's clever, really clever indeed by T. Kim Dung. Well, you can count on one hand the poor returns of serve, and that was one point that China had to recover the situation. They did really well. Another timeout. China the first to 8 points in the third set. Well, that's the real strength of China, the way they can adapt mid-rally. They can overcome obstacles a lot better than their opponents, obviously reflected by the score, but you can just see their overall technical ability a lot better than the Vietnamese players. And they're enjoying their volleyball. Brought a really strong team to the Asian Games. They have not come here for second place. Of course, they were the favourites 4 years ago in Incheon. Could not win gold. And they're looking to go Olympic Games, Asian Games in the same cycle. Li Ying with the serve. And a good one too. Excellent. Top spinning serve down low that Tul Din could not recover. Left-handed Lee. And well judged. Always floating out. And Vietnam trying to get something happening. Of course, the top 4 nations from each group will go through to the quarterfinals. So certainly they weren't expected to win this match, but if they could pull a set off the Chinese, it would be seen as a really good outcome. And the way they're going about business in the third set, you can't see that happening. Hugh Ming Yuan with the kill. And that's just an easy put away. Yuan Zhenyu, 201 centimetres, placing it in the right area. No player in the women's ranks are over the 200 centimetre mark. Errant serve by Hugh. Point to Vietnam. Seven to 2 service errors, so that's one part of the numbers that is favouring the Vietnamese. Finds the line for a point to China. Zhu Ting with the angle put away. You can see just fantastic body shape. Really good technique to crane her body and swing the arms freely. That's a lot of power indeed from the technique there of Tran. Hen Tuong coming on, replacing Chul Din. Vietnam playing catch-up in this third set. And finding the fingers there of the Chinese front court. Duong going for placement over power, and that was a really smart move. Playing quickly and effectively through Zhu Ting out wide. 13-6 the advantage to China. You can see a rapid set got the defensive players out of position of Vietnam. It was going to be very difficult from that point onwards. But she can't follow it up with an effective serve, and that's been one area that China have been less than impressive, down on their numbers. Well, coming from backcourt, and that's a terrific kill by Xiu Tran, starting her move behind the halfway line. Super technique, great connection, and excellent result. But plenty of work to do to get back into this third set. Consecutive points will improve the situation. The margin is at its narrowest, 4 points. Trailing 9-13 on the serve of Chin Yun, the setter. And it floats out, well judged, really well judged indeed by Wang Menji, the libero of China, who makes way for the return of Hu on the service of Wang Jinyu. Oh, excellent tip. That's superb work. Probably the best point front court that Vietnam have played in the match. A decoy, open court, had to find the angle and the precision, and did both. It was Hen Duong. A couple of times she showed her finesse. And really quick transition there by China. Reacting well, Hu Min Wan. Open court found. And some leeway. Now, it's not too much power, but it was really good inside-out swerve there by the left-hander. Zheng Chunlei, 16-10 to China, third set.
不要动脚，不要慌，因为你想让他们怎么都有反应，不管你对不对？这很正常啊。愿意要动脚，别不动脚啊，动脚按正常动作走啊。愿意用不着的时候，板桥都不打好，他反击快攻，他打不下来就开始掉啊。现在所有打手不是掉进就是蹭着啊。郭海兰，你为什么不海兰？好，要球。
You can see the service ace there, or close to, off the right fist there of Duong. 16-10, there's the ace count, China leading 8-1. It's also led the service fault count. They've had enough quality to get over that. 2 sets to love, 16-10 in the ascension. On the serve of Zheng Chunlei. That's out. Point to China. Difficult kill to make. Set wasn't quite in the spot she wanted. Well disguised and well executed by Zheng Chunlei, who's combining with some excellent serving with a very good all-round game. There you go. She's been really effective, Chul Tran. The number 3 for Vietnam. And there you go, second lefty in the Chinese lineup. Does the business, Lee Yingying. Really good shape on that serve. Always more difficult to return a left-handed serve in most sports, but in equal measure in volleyball. More a rarity than commonplace, and China lead 20-11 in the third set.
Đứng ở bên này tôi nhắc em chuẩn bị con người đến đỡ được 2-3 quả bóng ngon ngay, sang kia lại nhỏm lên, nó bắt quả bóng cao nó đè nó tụt cái mặt mình thấp người xấu đấy, cao đấy, có cao không?
Không sao chị ơi, cố lên, cố lên.
You saw Nguyen there, Vietnamese coach, just trying to break up the mood. They've got plenty of catch up to do. China leading 20-11 on the serve of Lee Yingying. Again, very good shape to it. Well, what the Vietnamese haven't done has been fully concentrated on the return of serve. Far too many unforced errors. It was from their libero, Lien Yun. This time a better return and rapid play. Well, it does start from the return of serve. You can get that right, then it makes the rally a whole lot easier. And we saw there it was a good set, played quickly. And the kill provided by Nha Bu, the middle blocker. We haven't seen too much of her attacking play, Lee Yingying, but we're beginning to see it in the third set. Perfectly timed, perfectly assisted. China edge closer. Point to the Vietnamese. 13-22. They trail. Scrambling to stay in the point. Zhu Ting thought she had it won, and now Wang Jinyu has it won. Open court put away. And all smiles for China's number one. And there you go, repelled superbly. Duang's spike blocked very effectively to set up match point for China. Wonderful block there by Zheng Chunlei. And they end the match with a super block and a super result to start their march to what they hope will be a gold medal at these Asian Games. Fittingly, it came from their captain, Zhu Ting, who's been a very consistent performer. May have come off the hand there of Wang Jinyu in the end, but it doesn't really matter because China have been comprehensive. Not without areas to work on, certainly plenty of areas to work on for Vietnam, who are down on many aspects of their game. But China have brought a very strong squad in women's volleyball to Jakarta to attempt to win a 9th Asian Games. respect for their opponents, who are leading the way as far as women's volleyball globally is concerned. There's the final result. Straight sets it was to China in the end, 25-11, 25-15, 25-13 in this opening Group B match. And as you would expect, all the numbers very firmly in China's favour. Very healthy spike conversion. 11 blocks to 3. 5 digs effective, 10 aces to 1. The only number that they lost out on was the serve faults, 8 to 3. So Vietnam made less mistakes in that area than China. Well, Vietnam made a really good start to the match. First 3 or 4 points effective, but then they suffered the blows as far as the return of serve was concerned. Had moments where they pushed China, but the attacking strength of the Chinese, their blocking power, and the effective way they recovered in rallies, all too strong for Vietnam. Zhu Ting, that's her favourite to kill, the angled one out wide. Super technique for a player that is a colossal figure in world volleyball at the moment. Again, another easy point won by Zhu Ting. That was Li Ying in the end, who came on for the third set. 2 left-handers on for China. Always difficult, the Vietnamese giving away height and experience at the top level in any case. Super block there by Yuan Jinyu to win the day for China. Looking for title number 9 at the Asian Games.
AIS Play ความบันเทิงระดับโลกทุกที่ทุกเวลา
ส่งต่อความมั่นใจ สู้ไปด้วยกันนะครับ